What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm like so nervous. I don't know why. I'm going to tell you guys about my whole wedding journey. I don't know what I would call it, just how I got married, all that stuff. So if this video is like all over the place, I'm sorry. I feel like it's kind of like a cheeseman time, you know, type of video. But I'm just really nervous to talk about it. How did we think of getting married? So if you know Mauricio. He literally always, anytime he's drunk, basically, he always says he's going to marry me, and he's literally said that for like the past 2-3 years now that we're older. And so I would be like, no. I was like so anti getting married, guys. Like I didn't find the purpose to it. I felt like a lot of people who got married, it just created a lot of problems, and I didn't want that. And so I was like, like, I don't need to get married. Like, if I'm with Mauricio, like, he knows I'm with him, type of thing. One day I was like telling him about this trip to Mexico, and that everybody was going with their significant other, and I was like really not upset, but it was just like, oh damn, like I've gone to Mexico on my own, but it was just like this time it would have been so much fun if like you were able to go. If you guys don't know, Mauricio's not born here, so I'm just putting that out there. That is one of the reasons why I got married. I was like texting him, and I was like telling him like, oh, like I'm gonna go, but I'm just like, it sucks that I can't go with you. And he was just like, well, I've told you to marry me or something. I wish I had the text message to show you guys, because it was like actually really funny. I was at work, and bitch, I was so smiling when he was saying that. I don't know why, because other times he's told me this before, but I was just like, well, where's my ring? And he was just like, he's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, like you always told me to marry you, but like you've never, like, you're always like joking around, like you've never actually told me for real. And he was like, no, like I mean it every time I tell you to marry me. And I was like, well, you need to buy me a ring, and so then let's get married. And I don't know if he thought I was kidding or not at the moment. And I don't know if at the moment, like, I really thought we were gonna do it. Keep in mind, this was like around the second week of March that we were texting, and I was telling him that. And so when I got home and he was at my house, we just sat down at my bed, and we were just like staring at each other, like smiling, and we're like so like, like we were such like, I don't know, it was so funny the way we were just like looking at each other, but we were like, is anyone gonna say something? It's like he's like, are you serious about getting married? He's like, I've been serious and all that. And I was just like, yeah, like I'm serious, like let's just get married. And he's like, oh, like I have to tell my parents, I have to tell my mom, and like you have to tell your parents. And honestly, like I don't know what it is, like I don't know how I changed my mind or what, but if you know Mauricio, like he's such a sweetheart. I don't know why you want to cry, or I'm crying, but yeah, he is like, why can't I just say it? He just treats me really good, and the way he is, like, like I just feel like he's such the perfect person for me. Like obviously he's not perfect, obviously he has his like like his defects, but when it comes to me, like he's so nice to me. He makes sure I'm good. Like he's just someone that I want to be with my whole life, and now that like I'm not old, but now that I'm older, as when I was younger and I would tell him I wouldn't marry him, like I was just like why wouldn't I want to be with this dude? Like if something happens in the future, it happens, but at the moment, like I'm so happy to be with him. Like let's just get married, like fuck it, And so even he was surprised when I was like telling him that I wanted to marry him. He was like, are you serious? Like, you know, like you've never said that. And I was like, yeah, like I want to marry you. And you could say it was basically out of like the moment. I think when you know, like I was just like, yeah, like I'm ready to marry you, like let's get married, you know. And I was super excited. But I told my parents that day, that March, I think Mauricio really wanted to tell them like super official and stuff like that, but me being the way I am, I was so excited. I was like whatever, and I did not care. And so like I told my mom to come into my room, and she's like, what? Like, you know, she was just like, what? And I was like, Mom, I'm getting married. And Mauricio's just like standing there like you just told her just like that. And she was like, are you serious? She was like, yeah. And she was so happy, and she was like, oh my god, like how do you guys plan to do it, da da da. And I'm like, I'm gonna get married as soon as I can. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, like, you know. And she was like, okay, like, you know, like we're here to help you guys, da da da. So that exact same day, I was like, let's go tell my dad. And Mauricio was like, what? Or I don't know if we told my dad the exact same day. I know we told my mom for sure the exact same day. No, I think we did tell him. And I was like, let's go into the room, like let's tell my dad. And Mauricio, I think he wanted to do like the, you know, like, oh, I want to marry your daughter, da da da. I come into the room and I'm like, Dad, we need to tell you something. And my dad's face, he was like, okay. And I was like, we're getting married. And Mauricio was like going to talk, and I was like, we're getting married. And he was like, his face, he was just like, he's like, wait, you're getting married? And I was like, yeah. And my dad has always told Mauricio, like, whenever you ask my daughter to get married, like, my daughter seems so happy with you. Like, I see how you treat her. You know, like, you guys have my blessing. Like, get married. So he was really happy too. Like, they started talking afterwards, but in, like, going into the situation, I was like, nope, we're getting married. I had already planned a trip to Bad Bunny, and we were planning to stay there for the weekend. But if you guys don't know, even getting married with the courthouse is actually kind of expensive. So we decided not to stay there for the weekend. That Friday, so yeah, Mauricio's birthday was the 23rd on Saturday, and the Bad Bunny concert was the 22nd. So on the 22nd, we went to go get like our permission marriage license thing, the paperwork you have to go get. So we went to go get that day. So before his birthday, we were planning all this and nobody knew. So we went there, got the paper. It's actually really easy. It seems very hard because I thought it was hard. And after the paper, you get 2 months to get married. And so I was like, oh my god, 2 months, like let's get married soon. You have to like wait 3 days. I waited those 3 days, and then I called the courthouse. I wanted to get married on a Saturday just because it worked out easier for everyone that was gonna go, and not everyone went. Just, I'll say that later. And set up the date for April 20th, guys. It was after we came from Bad Bunny, I believe. Yeah, after we came from Bad Bunny is when I called them and we set up the date. We were literally going to get married in 3 weeks. And when I got off the phone, because I was outside getting the phone call, and he was like, what? And I was like, we're getting married, like we're getting married on April 20th. And he was like, oh my god. He was like, that's like in 3 weeks. And I was like, I know. Like, a week later, we went to go buy the rings. Our first stop was at Fred Meyer's. We went there to that jewelry place, and then we went all to every jewelry store at the mall. I didn't like anything. The first time we went to Fred Meyer's, we were just looking just to see, but I tried on the ring that I have right now, and I fell in love, guys. Like, I was so in love with the ring. It was just like perfect. Like, I loved how simple, but yet like it's not huge. Like, it's just the right size. Let me see when we went, because I literally took a picture of the rings. I went to go look at rings April 8th. Like, look at my picture, and then I had seen it was between these two. This one was a bit bigger, but honestly I just felt like it did not look good on my fingers, which is surprising. But yeah, and so we had gone there, and I was like, you know, like Marissa was like, no, like, let's look at other places. Like, let's make sure you get your perfect ring. We looked at other places and I was like, nope. I was like, I want the first one I tried on. He's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And so that was exciting. That was kind of nice because some people may not like it, but I'm kind of glad that I got to pick out my ring, because to be honest, like, what if you don't like your ring? Like, yeah, I know, like, whatever, you know, to each their own. Like, if you get a ring, cool, and you know, like, you're conforme with what you get. But like, it's nice to get something that you actually like, you know. So I've seen people who get a ring and then later on, like, they pick out another ring that they like. But I mean, I was just like, let me get a ring. If we're gonna get married, like, and I already know, like, let me just, you know, pick out my ring. So picked out my ring and I'm super happy about it. So when I picked out my ring, I literally wanted to just wear it already. I was like, I just want to wear it. But obviously I couldn't. So throughout this whole time, guys, keep in mind, not a lot of people actually knew. It was just his parents, my parents, one of my sisters. And I told my friend, one of my really close friends, Janet, I told her. I wanted to tell everybody, obviously, but like, I was like, if I tell this person, they're gonna tell this person, and they're gonna tell this person, and I just did not want nobody to know. So those were like the only people that knew. And I picked out my ring. After that, it was like we had like 2 weeks left. The day I posted that I got engaged was our anniversary, and the reason why I wanted to post it that day is just because I was like, well, if I post about my ring the next day, people are going to be like, well, why don't you just do it on your anniversary, you know? Let's just say it's on our anniversary, like, nobody's going to think about it and everything's gonna be fine. So that is when you guys saw the pictures of the picture that I posted saying that I was engaged. It was so, like, I was just like, I didn't expect how many people commented and like the picture and like messaged me. I had just posted it and I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, like, I'm getting married tomorrow. And as I was like seeing all these messages and everything of everyone, it was super nice, and it just made me even more excited because the next day I was getting married. Like I said, it really wasn't traditional or anything. Of course, like, a courthouse isn't traditional, but by a dress, I didn't go all out. Mauricio didn't buy any like new clothes for it or nothing. I wore like a baby blue white jumpsuit, and that was it. I even told my parents, like, please don't overdress up. Literally, the only people that were in the courthouse that day was me, obviously Mauricio, my friend Janet, my parents, my sister's husband, Mauricio's the mother, dad, and his 2 siblings. Literally the only people in the courthouse. Very private, very intimate, which I actually really liked. I was just excited. I was excited. Everybody kept telling me, like, oh my god, like, you know, like, the people who knew, they were like, oh my god, are you getting, like, are you excited? Like, how do you feel? And I was just like, I was very overwhelmed. Like, I kept saying, like, oh my god, we're gonna get married in so days. Oh my god, we're gonna get married in so days. And I literally, like I said, I wanted to tell so many people. Like, I just wanted to be happy and tell everybody, but I was like, no. The reason why I wanted to keep it private is just because, like I said, I care a little. Yeah, I do. I care about what people's opinions are in certain things, and I think it's more when it's about my family. And Mauricio, obviously, he is now my husband. He is my family. So I just worried about what people were gonna say, like, oh, he's just trying to, you know, get papers, stuff like that. That is why, like, I didn't want to tell anyone till everything was good. I want to tell everyone because otherwise I would have told so many people. But I just didn't want to. I just wanted to keep it very private until the whole process was good. No matter what though, regardless, now that I think about it, people talk now that they know. So I mean, it really didn't matter. People are gonna talk regardless, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy and I know Mauricio's intentions, so everything's good over here. The wedding ceremony, honestly, maybe this could be a different topic if you guys want to know more like what the process is, because I wish I did have somebody to ask what the process was. But like I said, I didn't really tell anybody. The day that I got there, I didn't like, I saw everyone and I saw everybody at the courthouse, and I was just like, oh my god, like, you know, like, okay. And so I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry, like, I'm not, like, it's fine. We get into the room, everybody's there, and he's like, are you guys ready? Like, you know, like, are you guys ready? And I was like, yeah. The courthouse guy, he just starts, you know, saying everything. And once it's, I wish I had the video, I don't have the video, but let me know if you guys want to see the video. He starts saying like, it's my turn to repeat everything he's saying back, like my vows, kind of. That's what they are, I'm pretty sure. I literally, like, I was like looking at Mauricio, and like I literally like broke down. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys, like I broke down. Like, I was crying so bad, but obviously of like excitement and joy, and it is scary. Like, whoever gets married and says it's not scary, girl, it is scary. Like, you're committing yourself to this person. I just started breaking down. Like, I could not, I did not say yes. Like, I was just like nodding my head because of how much I was crying. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, I was so excited, but I was like, oh shit, like, I'm married. So yeah, that, like I said, I couldn't even say yes properly because of how much I was crying. I was the one who thought I wasn't gonna cry, and you know, just being in the moment and being so happy and overwhelmed, I cried really bad. Like, I did the ugliest cry. But I don't know who has the video, but yeah, it was just it was a lot, girl. We went to go celebrate with the people who knew and all that, so that was really exciting. It was actually everything came by really fast. It's crazy to think that we literally planned to get married in like a month, or probably less than a month, and we were like already married. And I would tell Maurice, like, oh my god, isn't it so crazy? Like, people only know what you want them to know, because I had posted that I was engaged and everybody was congratulating me, saying thank you, like congratulations and all that, you know, but I was already married. So yeah, I'm like, isn't it crazy how everybody believes what's on social media? I'm actually really happy I get to tell you guys, because it was, let me just say, the hardest part of all this, it was when everybody was asking me like, how did he propose? And literally I was like, girl, I had the ring. Like, he gave me the ring, but you know, he didn't propose, he didn't say anything, he just gave me the ring. Really hard because I didn't know what to say, and like I didn't want to exaggerate, so I was just like, oh, we were in the room, you know, we didn't do anything for our anniversary. And then he just showed me the ring and he asked me. Like, the hardest part, telling everybody, like, because everybody wanted to know like what he did and everything, and in my head I was like, girl, I was the one who said let's get married. So yeah, I think that was like kind of like trying to find what to tell everyone. Like, oh shit, like, what did he tell me? Like, how did he propose? That is our marriage video. Sorry it was all over the place. Like I said, Mauricio's obviously not here. I wanted to post this video just because I haven't posted anything. But yeah, I'm actually really happy. Marriage life, I don't think it actually hit me, just because literally the week we got married, the next week he was leaving out of town to work, and I left to Mexico. So we haven't even had a whole week as a married couple, and we were like already doing our own thing. Very happy. It's kind of like crazy to think that I would get married, because my close friends know that I was always the one saying I'm not gonna get married, and look, I'm the first one who got married. Funny, because you guys know, like, there's videos posted on our Instagram, I think, Mauricio literally always saying, I'm gonna marry you, or do you want to marry me? And I say no. And so now he'll be like, what were you saying? Like, I got you. Like, what did you say? I told you, like, you're always gonna marry me. I was like, hey. But yeah, guys, that is my video. So let's see, what is the conclusion? If you want to get married, if you love the person you're with, just go get married, girl. Whatever, like, it happens, okay? That's literally what I told Mauricio. I was like, you know what, I'm like, let's just get married. Like, we love each other in the moment, so if anything happens in the future, oh well. But I can say I got married to you, and I can say I had a really good time and marriage with you, but we don't plan to get divorced or anything. So I'm just saying, if it were to happen, it's crazy because everybody's like, oh my god, you got married so young. But you know, like, I'm already with him, so who cares, right? But anyways, guys, I really need to go because I'm gonna start working. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, I'm so sorry if this video is everywhere, but I didn't know how to, like, you know, like, how am I gonna make this video proper? How do you do that, you know? So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Guys, me getting married this way was very adventurous for me, but I can say it's literally like one of the best things I've ever did. Like, now that I think about it, I'm just like, wow, like, we got married in the moment. Like, you know, like, who cares what anybody says? We got married in the moment, and it's actually really nice.